How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Display Case with us. You can say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Jordan. I do lead vocals.
I'm Joey. I'm the drummer.
I'm Carter.
There we go. Well, guys, thanks for coming back on again. We had Jordan and Joey on the last time. I just want to give a big shout out to John Madden. If you didn't watch our last interview, pour one out for the man here, the man, the myth, the legend, John Madden. But they had hit me up again to come back on, and I am super stoked whenever bands hit me up for the second time because now I can really grill them. No, I'm kidding. Very excited to have them on. How you guys been? I think the last time we did an interview wasn't too fairly long ago, so. Always good to have people back on. But what's new in the Display Case, camp?
We've been really busy. We put out, I think since we talked last, we've put out two singles. I can't remember. Like two singles. And so we've just been busy with that, doing some regional traveling and then promotion, playing locally, and just keep trying to book out. But I feel like it's the busiest we've been since we've toured like full time.
There we go. Well. I did mention at the beginning, actually while talking to you guys, I was off camera, but they just released a music video for Moving On, and I gotta say, props. Like the green screen editing, chef's kiss. We love it, I'll leave a link below to go check it out, because I was cracking up. I was like eating my dinner here at the desk, and I was like, I almost at one point just spit my food out on my computer screen. So I'm glad I didn't, because that would be disgusting, but also at the same time, like some of the editing on it was phenomenal. How I imagine getting this back like after it was finished editing, and you're just like, what have we done?
Yeah. Carter actually did the entire thing. Carter
kudos.
So
we kind of did it as a team. In a way, we all sat together and decided what was going to go in the background for each of the clips, and it was as much fun as it is watching it. It was 10 times as much fun.
Oh yeah, I was like worn out. I was just mentally worn out every time we got together and edited because I was just laughing my ass off the entire time that we were doing it. So.
We'd be like in a serious mode, like editing. I was like, just Google naked Teletubbies or like sexy Teletubbies. And put it in there.
Yep, that's what we're gonna play. Yeah. That's what the people want.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Google history after we were done making that music video.
We made like a kind of like a first version too that we thought was too raunchy. We cancel or something. But
YouTube wouldn't have been too thrilled about that. I'd argue,
No.
That will be for your OnlyFans account, once that's off the ground, that's what's gonna go up on there. No, I thought it was hilarious because I feel like this is a music video I could watch and then just watch again because there's just so much stupid shit going on in the music video that I was like, oh, at one moment I could be like, oh, that's so funny, and then completely miss something else. So I would definitely recommend watching multiple times. The first time I saw was you, Joey, playing the drums, and then Jordan comes up next to you and starts feeding you a banana, like in the middle of you playing drums. And I was just like, yo, these guys just went extra, and I love it.
Yeah, during that part, if you watch, my hands get way off as soon as you get it in your mouth.
That was actually the third take of that.
I could tell because it almost seemed like he was like, I could tell it was coming, but it was still just as funny like the first time around. So I gotta give you guys credit for it. It's awesome, and the music itself is actually very good as well. I don't want to discount the whole reason why people, I imagine, check out your band is hopefully for your music as well. But I love the more raw energy you guys brought. It definitely reminded me of I would say some early 4 years strong kind of energy, I like it. It's I feel like they would do something stupid music video like that, but then also have just a great song to back it. And I feel like that reminds me of that nostalgia that I get for watching those old 4 years strong music videos where they're just running around in their neighborhood or something like that. Just something really extra, but just equally as good music. So,
Thank you.
I love that. And then You know, in regards to moving on, like how's the reception been? Obviously, I imagine a lot of it has to do with the music video, but musically, like how have people been receiving that song?
Uh, our Spotify numbers, like we have over 50,000 plays on it on Spotify. So it's been our most played display case song ever at this point. So that's really cool. At shows, like at shows, we kind of introduced it like towards like before we released it, we kind of introduced it to our live set, and then like kind of as it got released and we played shows, like it gets people moving. So I mean,
gets them moving on.
Yeah, it gets them moving on. But I mean, I personally was really excited about like the reception of it, because like even on stage, like it makes us want to like move to it too.
Oh, sure.
It's such a fun song to play live.
Yeah, it's super fun to play live.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
That's awesome. I'm glad the reception's been good because honestly, it was just I was again just sitting here and I was like bobbing my head and I was like, all right, this is cool. And then I was like, I gotta pay attention to the music video. And then I was like, this is even better. And then I told you earlier I was gonna like throw up my food on my computer screen. So, you know, we got real hyped, and then you know, kind of like you know, came down to earth a little bit because I was like, I can't spit my food out my computer. I spent way too much money on this shit. I don't want to ruin it. So, you know, so you put things into perspective a little bit. But that's really cool. And then I think I had already listened to Redacted as well. That's the juxtaposition of the two music videos next to each other is just great to me. It's like one that's just like supremely funny and the other one's like more serious, and it's like, man, the dichotomy, it's great, you know. You know, in regards to Redacted as well, because I don't think I think this was after I had you guys on, if my memory serves me correct. You know, how has that response been? I feel like you guys are leading up to maybe like an EP or like an album of sorts. I don't know how much you could disclose, certainly, but I'd imagine there's some sort of, you know, musical thing on the horizon. So, you know, have people kind of been like, yo, so when's Display Case releasing a record, huh? You know?
Yeah, we've gotten that. We are going to put out an EP in November. We have the release show booked for November 12th, and then the EP's going to come out like right around then, probably on that date. I don't know for sure.
11th or something. So
yeah. And Redacted, it was the first song we released since 2018, and everyone was like, it's a perfect comeback song for you guys and stuff like that. But it was great. It was the first time Carter and I jammed together. I think we like kind of got the skeleton of the song.
Oh, cool.
Put out there. So it was a riff that you had for a while. Right?
Yeah. I've had
Yeah.
that intro riff to Redacted since like 2016, and just have had it in my back pocket.
Wow.
You sent it to us.
Yeah.
You randomly sent it to us a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh,
I was like, guys, check this out.
At first I was like, who the hell is this? Oh, thank God.
Oh my God. And that's crazy. Like I always find it very interesting when I have bands on and they're like, yeah, I was like, I had this one riff back in like 2005 and like I dug it out of the archives, you know, it was somewhere behind like where the Disney vault's at, you know, like really searching through. And I think it's really cool because, you know, much like myself, you know, I write in my spare time as well. And I always find them like, man, I like posted this dumb video on Facebook of me playing guitar, and I was like, oh, I really like that like riff. Why did I like not remember it? And then I just remember that all guitar players don't remember riffs at all. We just like record ourselves with our phone and we play it, and we're like, oh shit, I forgot it already. Well, that's whatever. It's going in the vault, and then you know you just shove it deep into the vault, and then it goes away forever, and then comes back eventually. But you know. In regards to, you know, I know Joey mentioned that there's an EP that's coming out in November. You know, how long has that kind of been in the making for? When did you guys start like thinking you're like, oh man, we should do an EP? That would be really sick.
I don't know. I think it's
probably about a year ago that we started writing Redacted.
Yeah, because the first time we played Redacted was like right around this time of year. We were playing in Fargo, North Dakota.
Nice.
I remember that because I was super nervous to play it live. I didn't feel like I was ready. And I hate it. I'm always the last guy to be like, I don't think we should play that live. I get too nervous about it. But yeah, I think a year ago we got to put something out because it sounded so good to us and it's so fun to play. And I think it's what Display Case needs to sound like this time.
Sure, certainly. And then in regards to, obviously, like you said, you guys have been playing these for a little bit. How does it feel like getting to kind of like test material out, like playing live and getting to see everybody's reactions to like not only Moving On but also Redacted, that's out now, and you can check the link below to go listen to both of them. How is that kind of like, do people actually come up to you and are like, okay, this is what I feel like you should change about this song, or they're like, yo, this is sick, I love it, man, keep it the same, it's sick, like what? It must be a cool thing to kind of get that sort of like, information about like your audience and what you guys are doing. So, does that help you kind of deliberate on, the decision making process in terms of like writing songs and what works and what doesn't work, or is it pretty much like fleshed out once you guys play it live and you're like, okay, this is it, this is a do or die moment,
Pretty much like we were playing Moving On live, like after it was recorded.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ready to go to mastering, or it was already mastered. It was just waiting to come out. We also we're playing it live. We have been playing another song. Once we released Moving On, we started playing another unreleased song. So it's called Out of My Head, and that's going to be released on the EP. But like that one and the other one that we're releasing, those have already been recorded. We're about to master those two, and so like it's not so much to go out and get feedback. It's kind of for us to be like, okay,
I hope they like it.
Yeah. It's like, we just did all this stuff in the studio. We've got God knows how many vocal tracks and guitar tracks. Let's go see if we can do this live now.
Yeah.
So it's basically, when we play it before it gets released, we want to make sure that we're like trying to convince ourselves that we can play it live. So yeah, it's kind of, but when we played Moving On before it got released, and same thing since we've been playing Out of My Head since it got released, and even with Redacted, everybody's come up to us and been like, whoa, like it's almost like those ones have really stood out. And like anytime we played a new one, like it really stood out, and people are just like, that new one you guys have, that one's really good. So that's been super cool that people have actually, take the time like to come up and tell us that.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
And then also I'm like, oh well, I'm glad you like it, 'cause there's no yeah. So it's more for us to make us feel better.
Yeah. It feels really good after spending countless hours working on it and like experimenting with the arrangement or harmonies or a drum fill or anything, and to finally put it out or even just play it live and have people be so positive about it, it's just awesome.
And then for Moving On, like when we recorded it, I did a couple of takes on it, and I just didn't sound how I thought. It didn't sound how I thought it would feel.
Sure.
So I kind of redid the verses. I toned it back on the verses on quite a bit. And I think it ended up being really good because I'd finished the take. Carter records us, and
very cool.
Does that, masters and all that. And we like looked at each other after, and we're just like, that's not it. It works, but that's not it.
I think it was Moving On that we recorded a good chunk of it one day, and we said,
yeah, the second day I came out. I was like doubling. I don't know. I know I did the bass drum different for the verses, and it totally fucking fits now. But love it.
That's cool. Like I always wonder with artists, and I've obviously have done my fair share of interviews now at this point. Like it's always cool to me to see how bands like put out songs, and like obviously you obviously hope that the reception's good, or if they like don't like it, that they would be honest with you and say like, yeah, maybe I wasn't like feeling that one or whatever, and like your ego might be hurt for like a little bit, but then you'll be like, okay, maybe maybe that one might not jive with them or whatever it is. And so for me, it's cool because, I get to see kind of like, I found out about you guys, probably roughly around a year ago, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
And so to see you guys' growth over that like time period has been really cool, from my perspective as like someone who obviously hasn't seen you play live. It's cool to see like people online being like, yeah, this is sick, like this is awesome. And so I hope that the rest of the EP lives up to that, that sort of momentum that, Redacted and moving on have garnered thus far. And I know I'll give a shout out to my friend Bradley over at New Fury. I saw him do a post about you guys, so always got to give him love because he's great. He's been doing some awesome shit for a while now, so I always got to give him some love. But how was that? Because I feel like I would argue he's got a pretty decently big following within our like scene of music. So, how is that? How is that exchange of things? Because I imagine it must have been cool to be like, oh my god, I'm on New Fury. This is sick.
Yeah, it's really we screenshot it and sent it to our group chat, and it was like, what the fuck? Like, it's it looks
surreal.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it's fun to watch like the music video numbers and Spotify numbers go up shortly after those get posted. But just I don't know, it's a really cool way. Like it really, I don't know, it just gets the word out about us to people that wouldn't normally see it. Because I think a lot of people like us, but it's such a weird. The music industry is so weird, right?
Sure,
right
yeah.
Now. You don't know. You can't. You have to go looking for new music. It's really rare if it's presented to you. So I think that's a good thing that they're doing.
Yeah, no, I certainly agree, and obviously I have my own niche too, and I love what you guys do, so I try it. When Joey messaged me, it was like, hey man, can we come back on? And I was like, oh yeah, let's go, let's do it. So I love having you guys on, and listen, we got to keep the memory of John Madden alive in these interviews. So again, pour one out for John Madden. But the next thing I have for you guys, kind of delving more into the EP to come out, is there any particular song that maybe is out now or is going to be released that is just your baby? You love it. I know everybody says like, oh, I can't pick a favorite. Like I love all of them, but I feel like deep down in your heart, there's one song that just like, that's my baby. I love it.
It's like picking a favorite child. I don't know. It's hard for me. I think Redacted. It's probably my favorite Display Case song, just because like in between the 2018 release and that, I didn't know if like was it going to continue.
Sure, yeah.
It would continue, and when it did, it just kicked so much ass compared to everything we've ever done. And so I think that I don't know if I ever doubt anything, I just think of that. So I'd say Redacted's probably my favorite off of them.
I would say I really like all the new songs, but I think Turning Blue, which is an unreleased one that we haven't put out yet.
That's good.
I think that's kind of like my baby personally.
Okay, all right.
I love that song, and I really hope people love it too.
That one's great. That one's kind of, I think it might throw some people for a loop because it's really not what you would think a Display Case song would be. So I'm personally really excited about that one. But I would say my favorite one so far is probably the other one that's not released, and it's called Out of My Head.
No way.
And it's just like, I don't know what it is about that song, man. Like we play it live, and you just like I go blank. Like I don't even remember that we played. Like that song is just like it's like I personally play it, like sing it and do it just like it's like just breathing to me. It's just super. It's really natural. Every piece of that song becomes really natural to me, and like I don't know, I just love it, and it's a fun song like to dance around to, jump around to, and but I think that one's gonna do really well. It's the same thing with Turning Blue too. So
yeah, I can just when you said that, Jordan, all I could imagine was you're on stage and you're like, man, it's like everything just like disappears. And I just imagine you guys are like on stage and everybody's like doing this song and Jordan's just standing there with like his microphone and just not sing anything. But like in his head, he's imagining him singing, and everybody's like, Jordan, the fuck, man, you're gonna start singing this song or what? And then you're just still like,
That's
just like
happened.
completely silent. And I was like,
there's been so many times where I forget the lyrics to the entire song until a half a second before I come in. It's so fun.
There was a show we played. There was like I think it was like close to like 200 people there at the XPK show.
Yeah.
And I was like, for some reason I got so nervous to play that, and I don't remember. I like barely remember. I remember playing for like 5 seconds. I blacked out. I totally blacked out. I remember like I thought I got off, so I looked at Carter's hand and I was on. That's the only thing I remember. And it was a great show. I know we sounded good, but I just got done. It felt like a dream. Like it was like snapped out of it.
The show was the same for me. Like all I remember was being so sweaty, and it just being like surreal. It just didn't feel real.
everybody's watching the show and they're like, all right, they're not doing anything. They're just sweating. What is wrong with them? This is so weird.
Like, yeah, we playing that.
Yeah.
But that show we opened up for the Browning.
Oh,
And,
sick.
Redacted actually got featured on the Burn This World podcast, and
Nice.
they were reviewing it, and I was so nervous listening to them review it because they play the song, and then every once in a while you'd hear them just go ooh, because there was like a narration over the song.
Sure,
and I was like,
yeah.
oh, is it a good ooh, or is that why the fuck did they do that ooh? But then afterwards, he was like, vocals perfect, and I'm just like, bang, let's go.
He didn't have anything negative to say about the whole thing.
No,
Like a couple people before us and after us, he tore them apart. So I was really nervous for it. I was like, I'm not gonna share this.
You're like, how dare he shit on our band? We're gonna put out the best shit we can. Yeah.
It was mainly they were reviewing like metal bands.
Uh,
And so it was just like, oh boy, we're about to get ripped. And they actually really liked it. And so it was cool. It was cool to have those guys that have been around doing this on a really large scale for a while now to be like, oh, that was really good. And I was like, all right, cool.
you just like, oh, you're like the relief. Yeah, I would.
And then for like the next 2 months, I talked about how they said the vocals were perfect.
As you do.
Yeah,
You know.
do it again.
You do it again, man.
Inflated his ego for a little bit.
Oh, listen. I can only imagine. Like if people like, if I get like a comment and they're like, "Oh my god, this is the best interview I've seen ever," and I'm like, "Bruh." You know, I felt like I could just like stand in front of like oncoming traffic and I'll be like, "You're gonna stop for me." Like I am the shit now. I don't actually do that. I just want to let everybody know I don't actually. I mean, I would like to say that I don't actually do it, but maybe I just black out like display case.
Yeah.
Maybe I just thought I handled it perfectly, and meanwhile, like Hulk picked up the car and fucking like threw the car away with the person in it. I'm like, oh okay, I committed murder. It's all right. I'm going away to jail. But yeah, no, I think that's what surprised me most about moving on, like, and like for just kind of like listening to your band and obviously listening to Redacted and just kind of following and keeping up. Like the coolest thing about it was I loved like the way that everything was arranged super well, and as well as that, like what you guys were talking about, like with the vocal harmonies, I just loved the layers. I thought that was really like well put together, and I think everything just kind of works. I'm excited to like listen to the entire EP and really kind of like embrace it, because with singles, like I like listening to them, but I always find that I'm missing like just a smidge of like if it's a part of an album or if it's like a part of an EP, where I'm like there's got to be like more stuff that kind of like interconnects everything together. So I'm very excited to listen to the whole thing and be like, okay, this is absolute dog shit. People don't listen to it. Like, no, I'm kidding. I'll never do that. But I would be like, it would make more sense to me, and I'm excited to. I feel like I might be just old, and that's the kind of thing that I enjoy, where I'm like, I love listening to albums front to back, like in the old days. And then everybody's like, oh man, you fucking boomer. Like, we stream music now, you know? So, but I love that. So, I mean, you know, obviously with you guys and releasing the EP, like, that must be like a monumental thing of just being like, oh my God, we put songs together, like, and we're going to put it on an EP and everybody's going to be able to listen to it. And, you know, I think it's just going to be a good thing. So, everybody keep an eye out. Maybe these guys will, Display Case will come back on and we'll have to do a breakdown of the EP once it's out. But
Yeah, we will. Hell yeah.
there we go. And then I know you guys mentioned earlier that you go to Carter for like doing all of the like production stuff early on, and then obviously you get it, you know, sent out to get mixed and mastered. Like, how is it? I guess more specifically for Carter, like, how is it like trying to like wrangle a band? Because obviously you're a part of the band, but then you're also like the producer, and you have to be like, yo, we're in this shit. Like, you better fucking like play your part, or we're gonna go outside and like fight each other. No, kidding. I can't confirm that's what happens. You know, I don't live out there where
We're not denying it.
I mean,
you know, you guys set up a ring out and back, and you just, you know, like wrestle. No, like, you know, how is that process for you, Carter? Because I imagine for me, like, it might be like a strange task to be like, yo, like, I think you could do that just a little bit better, you know, like just trying to like push people just enough, you know.
yeah. I feel like I have like a personality shift from being bandmate Carter to being engineer Carter.
Okay, yeah.
So like bandmate Carter, we're jamming, we're rocking, we're having a good time. Producer, engineer Carter is like,
Play it again.
do it again. We can do it better.
I saw Jordan shaking his head, so I feel
did
like
not say that.
I feel like he's got some shit to say. You know, this is the time to air out the grievances. You know.
No, I don't try to push him too hard, but I'm also like, want to hit the level.
And then when you can't hit the level, he'll be like, "We should be done for the day." So
Oh, wow.
So
All
I've
right.
done that before.
That's respect. I like that. You know, I feel like as you know, I feel like that shows the ability of like you as a producer to be like, listen, like, I'm not gonna have this dog shit take again. Like, we're gonna get it right. You know, we're gonna do it right. You know, so
Yeah.
I like that because I feel like if anything, like, it shows that you care about the band enough to be like, I need to like kind of beat you into submission a little bit, you know, respectfully,
Right.
you know, because I feel like for me, like when I speak to like producers and stuff or like friends that do production work on the side, it's always like interesting for me to hear like, you know, someone that's a part of the band and then also doing the production work, because I feel like you got to wear like two hats, like, you know, like we were talking about, where you have to be like producer and you have to be like bandmate, and you can't just like break the lines of both. Like, you can't just be like, oh yeah, that was that sucks so bad, you know, you guys need to redo it, we're gonna cancel today, any plans you have gone, say goodbye to your calendar, and then you like throw your calendar out the window, you know. For me, it's a cool dichotomy, but I also think at the end of the day, it always produces like the best content, you know, like like I feel like you guys at the end of the day are like, you know what, Carter must have been real hard on us today, but listen, we got the best shit, we got the best shit out there, you know. So I do, you know, I do like that. Do you feel kind of like that when everything's like said and done, Carter? Like when it's like when you guys send it off to get mixed and mastered, you're just like, all right, that's my baby, we did everything, all right, let's push that shit like off the ledge, you know.
Yeah, like it's cool being like in the band and also like doing the production, because like you said, it's all of our baby.
Yeah.
And it drives me to want to make it good, and I know they want it to be just as good as I want it to be, and so that like anger or like do it better, you know, like is justified in the end, you know.
Yeah, I feel like also Joey's gonna message me and be like, "Man, I can't believe we brought that question up. Now we're never gonna hear the end of Carter. What have you done?" No, I'm kidding. I feel like
it's also nice because like another thing that we didn't really notice until Carter stepped in or Carter joined us is like we turn our practice space into a recording studio.
Oh, sick.
So like and Carter and like you said, we don't send it out to get mixed. Carter does all the mixing, and for the next two songs, Carter's doing all the mastering. So like all of it is just like our music, anywhere from like our music videos to our recording to like our different content we do.
Mhm.
It's all, I would say it's about 95% in house, and it just makes it so much more like fun and relaxing and like
It can be like exactly what you want, which is great.
yeah.
You know?
So and it's not like, oh well, you have 2 days to record all the drums, or else you're out $1,500. So if anything, it's kind of like a us against ourselves type thing, which is nice because it also kind of sucks because like you have nobody to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I feel that.
it happened on, I'm pretty sure it's happened on Redacted, Moving On, Out of My Head, and Turning Blue, where the 4 songs we're about to release on the EP, where I show up to do lyrics that day, to do vocals that day, and I'm just like, this all sucks. Everything I just wrote sucks. And I'm just sitting there rewriting stuff in the vocal booth, and then it just goes, you know. But it wasn't like, I don't know, I didn't feel like that kind of like really big pressure, like, oh, this engineer is going to kick my ass. Like, I'm going to come in here without any material. But like Carter, like, understands that like I had material, but when it came out of my mouth, it sucked. You know, I'm like, I gotta redo all this. And we come up with ideas on the fly.
Yeah.
Like one of us will play something, and then one of us will be like, "Well, what if we did this right there?" Or what if we did that right there? And I'd say the only thing that we don't really add in is probably drums.
But moving on, we listened to it back that day, and we just, you know, that
Yeah.
wasn't it. But
Mhm.
it's nice because like it's so different than like playing in the room live and then going into a studio, and like you have to have it done in this set of hours because you hear it different. When you're not playing
Sure.
it, you're solely focused on listening to it sounding well. Then like it hits different. You can really tell. And I think it's why these songs sound that way, because we can really hit every piece of it as deep and as long as we want.
Yeah.
And another like really good thing about that I've like felt uniquely in Display Case is we're all like every part is like a group effort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Every aspect of the song, whether it's the guitar, the drums, the bass, the vocals, the arranging, everything, we all like have like a say together, which is
Yeah,
like super
yeah.
awesome to build the song in our own way.
Yeah, like he'll be stuck on something on guitar, and I'll be like, make it sound this way. I don't play guitar, so I was like, make it sound this way. I like make the noise with my mouth, and then
Yeah,
I'm just like,
that's
if
how
I
most
can
guitar
hear
players communicate. So you're on point, on brand, on brand.
I do, just like that. But yeah, and it's the same thing with drums. If I can't get something out, then Carter will be like, "Are you trying to do like something like this or like this?" And it's such a group effort. It's a blast.
Yeah, I feel like musicians have their own language. It's like it's gotta sound like boop 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 boop, and then you're like, no, I don't know. I think maybe you should do ka ka boop boop bump bump. I don't know. I'll have to. I feel like I've always had that like sort of. I feel like that's an underlying joke about musicians is that like you just make mouth noises and everybody's like, oh no, that's you got it. That's what I was looking for. And then it's just like, oh okay, well maybe you can go like dan 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 dan, and then you know I feel like that's it.
It happens more than you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
There's-
It's constant.
There's a SpongeBob episode about that where Mr. Cat's batteries run out in his radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Oh my god.
You know the one that goes beep boop boop beep. all we
That's
do.
the conversation that musicians have every day. It's
Yeah,
just that.
Totally.
Oh my god. Well, but I you know, and I didn't know to that extent that you guys kind of are very much like your own like powerhouse, right? And I think that's really cool because it reminds me a lot of like what the band Our Last Night does, where like all of their stuff, like they don't outsource it, they just do it, you know. And I think for me, it's like, I think it's really cool from that aspect of like musician and seeing what you guys do, but also from like a creator standpoint of like, you know, obviously running this YouTube channel and doing this myself, like I can respect that tenacity to want to just do it yourself, like, because for me, like, that's the sole reason, like, you know, and even Jordan said it, like, you can't beat yourself up if you like don't edit a video. Like, you can only look at yourself and be like, yeah, you idiot, like, you didn't stay up till like 3 a.m. to edit this, you know, interview you did, right? And so I felt that, because it's like, that's true, like, and I think that a lot of musicians now at this point like have that ability to just like, if you can do it, just do it. Like, it's, you're saving yourself the trouble of having to try to find someone else to do it. You might as well just either learn how to do it yourself. If you're very like capable and you want to learn how to do it, then you might as well just, why pay someone else to do it when you could do it yourself? You know, that's I got to give you guys a lot of respect and kudos for that, because you know, I feel like that's a much difficult road to go down, but I would argue it pays way more dividends, because you're just like, okay, like, once we have like a larger following, like, we don't have to stop doing anything. We can just go, you know, and so it's awesome.
And it is, like you said, like, it is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I would rather be tired than broke in the interview.
True.
So, yep, that's like when we do our music videos, like, we had some, you know, I have a couple friends that are like in video production.
Yeah.
It helped us out a ton. And but like when we were first playing with this idea of like, oh, let's make our own music. We got iPhones, let's make our own music videos. Like, and so they were like, oh, well, you're gonna need these lights and these lights. And I looked at the lights and I was like, I could build that out of LEDs and PVC pipe. And I did. And so like we have like we got a couple fog machines off Amazon for $50, and like just like LED rope lights. And we bought that green screen, and then just like, oh, what else did we get? I don't know. We have a tote full of extension cords. So it's like, I mean, I figure we're at least in some of the stuff from the Redacted music video was carried over into the Moving On music video. And then like, so it's like, well, we can use this stuff multiple times.
Oh yeah.
So, and like Carter does all the editing of the videos and like shoots them. And like I don't know, it's just so much. And then it also goes back to like, we don't have somebody that we paid $5,000 to come out and shoot a music video for us, like breathing down our neck. Like when we were shooting the Moving On music video, I like, we couldn't even like stand up half the time because we were laughing our ass off. The scene where Joey's on the bike.
Oh my God.
I was curled over in a corner. Like, it's so funny.
Like we leave the editing at Carter's place. I leave his house. My face hurt from laughing so hard.
Yeah.
We'd be exhausted just from like how funny it all was.
Oh, it was
cool. Like, you get a say, and it's not like you send it off and then you wait, and then like, we're actually right there for every single little change. So it's kind of hard to be disappointed with anything that we come up with, because we do have our hand on it the entire time. It's from when the idea comes up to when it gets posted on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it doesn't feel like work.
No.
So it just feels like I'm hanging out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it certainly seems like that, obviously, with memes included, you know, on point, on brand. Love it. Again, honestly, it was one of the funniest music videos I think I've seen in a little bit. So I'll leave links below to both. It was great. So Carter, kudos on the memes. We love it. You know, I thought it was hilarious. As someone who has also used the green screen a lot in my, obviously I'm, you know, not anymore, but maybe I'll bring it back. But I've done some very like stupid edits on green screen, and I love it. So, you know, that spoke to my soul as a video editor. I was like, okay, Carter's got it. He's doing it. You know, he's doing his thing. So respect. But the next question I have for you guys, love asking this question. I'm almost positive I asked Joey and Jordan this the last time. What are you guys currently listening to? What's on the Spotify? What have you guys been listening to lately?
Ooh, I have to look.
Let me look.
I know I've been listening to a lot of the No Pressure, which is
Oh, yes. Oh,
like the ideal for the story so far. So I've been listening to a lot of that. Yeah, No Pressure's on there. Oh, I started listening to. So I'll name 3 of them. So No Pressure, then Collision Course from Jay-Z and Linkin Park. I was talking to my brother about that, and I've been listening to that a ton.
that's a great one.
Then the Dirty Nil. I guess that's 3.
Oh,
so yeah,
nice.
Dirty Nil's in there, and the Menzingers. So I never heard of the Dirty Nil ever before, and I went to see the Menzingers up in Minneapolis. It's like 3 hours away for Des Moines, and the Dirty Nil opened, and I was like fucking blown away. They're one of my favorite bands now. Like I've been consistently listening to them for like a year now. I was thinking when I saw that show.
Very sick. They're great.
Mine is like kind of all over the place. I've been listening to this band called Super Bloom a lot lately.
Okay.
Their album Pollen, I've been listening to a ton. Also the Turnstile most recent album, Glow On.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Glow On. I've been listening to that a ton, and last couple of days I've been throwing it back to the Slipknot Iowa album. I've been turning that on and listening to it all the way through. I'm like, that's what I've been listening to.
Oh, geez. Love it. Yeah. Great. Love it.
I've been listening to the Black Keys' new album, Dropout Boogie.
There you go. Yeah.
So I've always loved the Black Keys. You just can't go wrong with those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see, what was the other one? Wasting Light. I jumped back to Wasting Light by the Foo Fighters because I can't name a more like well-rounded, perfect album.
Agreed.
So I've just been listening to that, and then it's not fairly new, but probably one of my favorite, from like how they released it and like the artwork and then like just music and like the theatrics of the music is probably the Acacia Strain's latest release, Slow Decay. So I'm trying to think of a tattoo right now to transform into that. But
all right.
And then the 10-year anniversary of Misadventures by Such Gold was just a couple weeks ago. So I had to go back and listen to that a bunch of times. So Such Gold's probably one of my biggest influences vocally, anyway. So
They're great.
Oh hell yeah!
I saw them. It's been a couple years, but I saw them in this like terrible dive bar in New Jersey, and I think it was Belmont was headlining, and then they brought out like this band called Southpaw, and and Such Gold, and that tour was wild. So always Such Gold, Chef's Kiss.
Yeah.
What a band! Great band. Oh,
They're apparently working on new stuff.
yeah, I did see that, and I hope the rumors are true that they're working on new stuff because I'll be hyped. Such Goals, come on the show.
Skylar's band, Taking Meds, is really good too.
They stayed here last year. They stayed here, so they're So we've known Such Gold for forever. Every time they come through here with transit, so the Such Gold transit guys,
oh
they
my
come
god,
through the same house. So, which is really nice because we were so young then. They just kind of. There's like, oh, you guys can do whatever the hell you want because why not? And it's kind of what we've done. So
like, wow, you know what?
you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm doing all the things. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, and Transit too. I love Transit. Oh, man, some great bands. Love it. The next question I have for you guys, I love this question. Some person asked me this question, and I feel like shout outs to Gold Steps. They asked me this question, and I loved it so much that I am like low key taking the question. What is one band you wish you could resurrect? Like if you could bring back any band, what band would you want to? Ooh, all right, okay. I like that. Respect. Respect.
Oh no.
I think all if Kurt Cobain was still alive, I think rock music would be entirely different. I think
I would agree. Yeah.
way more mainstream. Yeah.
Resurrect. They gotta be dead, like big dead.
No,
I don't mean like
it's-
actually dead, just like. I mean, obviously Joey took it literally, but I meant like if the band is like they broke up and they're like non-existent. Like if you could reform a band.
I would. This is gonna be corny as hell,
Yeah.
but I would have to say, because I do listen to it a lot, is I would bring back the original Black Sabbath.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because I just love listening to Black Sabbath and like putting myself in that time frame and thinking what a regular person was like 60s, 70s or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's way true.
would think about that music and like just like people were just like, Jesus Christ,
What the hell is even that?
What the hell is even that? And I just love it. Like it's just pure unhinged rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good one. I like that.
I
Carter.
might go down the same vein as Jordan, and I'd say the original Van Halen lineup.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah. That'd be a hell of a show.
I would love to see them live in like 1978 in a dive bar, and see them in their prime.
Whew.
Imagine that.
Just like watching people be like, what the
What the hell is even,
What the hell is even
that?
Oh my god. Oh man, that was good. I like those picks. I like those picks a lot.
What's yours? What's
Yeah,
yours?
what's
Oh man, I did. What did it? I'm trying to remember what
Display
it.
case in a dive bar? 'Cause you still can.
Oh yeah, I want to see display case in my apartment.
We
Let
can
me
do that.
think. Oh man, I'm trying to remember who I said last time, but I think I'll pick something different and kind of on the lane of what Joey said of having transit stay at your house. I think transit. I would love to
Yes.
see. I would love to see transit. Oh, every time that someone brings up transit, I just get so sad because I don't think I was able to. If my memory serves me correct, I don't think I was able to see them, like play
Shit.
live. So like, I feel like that's one band that if I could just bring back, I would love to bring back Transit. They're
Fuck yeah.
fantastic band. So that'd be my pick. Let us know in the comments what band you would resurrect if you had the opportunity to. Like if you're just fucking Thanos, you know, but the opposite, obviously, you know. If you did see the movie, then he did that. But the next question I have for you guys, kind of in a similar lane as that one, if you were to compile a dream band, who would be in that band?
I think my drummer would be. I really think it'd be cool to hear Dave Grohl drum to like Steven Tyler vocals. It has like the same feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And,
I'm trying to see where Joey's going with this.
and for like a guitar player, I don't know, man. I'll say Tim Landers at Transit. Then the bass, I don't know. We'll go good with that. I'll do Mark Hoppus because I gotta put some blank in there. That'd be super cool.
That'd be
or
weird.
terrible, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. Wow. All right.
I would think drums. Ooh, I know.
Ooh. All right. What's good, Jordan?
On drums, I want Devin Bentley of the original Such Gold lineup.
He's the best like underground drummer.
So good. I would have Devin Bentley, the original Such Gold drummer. On vocals, I would have Dan Campbell of the Wonder Years.
Ooh, soupy. All right.
On guitar, oh god, who
This
would
is
I have on
interesting. I like
guitar?
this. I like this.
Guitar, I want somebody heavy. Who's that dude in Knocked Loose? Lead guitar player for Knocked Loose.
Ooh.
No. I take that back. Not him. I want the lead guitar player from Knocked Loose and the bass player from Kublai Khan.
Oh shit,
Oh, there you go.
that's thick.
And I feel like
Ooh.
that shit would be some of the heaviest shit you'd like. Not like heavy, but like it rocks so hard.
Oh, yeah. All right,
I
all
feel
right.
like that.
Like kill somebody.
It would be
Yeah.
super simple. Everything would be super simple, but the drums, and it would be amazing.
Yeah. Fuck.
So many crad kills.
I like your lineup better than mine.
Heavy hitter.
Carter, what do you got for us?
Okay, I'm getting a little weird here. Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
On drums, I want Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
All right, all right, all right.
On bass,
Flea.
Flea. Sean Diaz.
He just says the Red Hot Chili Peppers lineup like unironically. He's just like, yeah.
Drums, I'll have Chad Smith. On bass, I want Geezer Butler, Black Sabbath.
There you go.
On guitar, I want somebody who knows a good melody. So I'm gonna take Eddie Van Halen because he can write some crazy stuff.
Respect, respect.
And on vocals, Alanis Morissette.
That'd be a good.
That'd be
one.
awesome.
Yo,
Damn.
that was sick. That was. What? Okay, I'm just trying to. Oh man, I'm trying to put that together. Wow. Yeah, that would be cool. I like that one. I like that one a lot. That was good one, Carter. That was a good one. I like that.
Thank you. Thought I'd get a little weird with it,
It was,
Something
you
about
know,
that.
I wasn't expecting the Alanis Morissette pick.
Yeah.
That was like what threw me the most. I was just like,
I wouldn't
okay,
expect that either.
it works though. It works. I like it. Guys, if you want to see these like amalgamation of the most wildest bands you've heard, pre-sale tickets are below, so go buy them. You know,
paid to go
display
see all
cases,
three of them.
display cases opening up for all three of those shows. So you know, Chef's Kiss, we love it.
You can just
Heard-
Venmo us directly.
Yeah, just Venmo them directly. You know, don't Venmo me. I'm just gonna.
We're calling it Firefest 2.
Firefest 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway, guys, this is a question that I've been asking to round out a lot of my interviews. So I feel like I have to ask you guys this. You know, with the EP on the horizon, what do you want people to take away from Display Case, you know, whether it be kind of from a lyrical perspective, or, you know, just your band collectively? Because I think you guys are a bunch of goofballs, but honestly, at the same point, I think you guys have some real deep lyrics. So, you know, what do you guys want to take away, you know, fans to take away from what you guys do?
I hope people just enjoy it, want to hear more, and they feel like, I don't know, it's just that it hits an emotion that they don't get to feel listening to every band or every day.
I mean, pretty much the same thing. I just hope people enjoy it and can take away whatever they need or want to take away from it.
Sure. Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, we just like playing big, loud rock songs and like you said, like lyrically anyway, like I try to put everything I have into the lyrics and like from rewriting stuff all the time, just be like and beating myself up on it. Like I feel like a lot of people could probably relate to that. You know, you always want to be your best, but
Sure.
then here you go. Be your best, but have some fun. There you go.
It is.
That's what Display Case is.
Thanks, I hate it.
That's gonna be on your
I
next
think
merch
that's-
line.
I think that's
That's on a bathroom wall.
yeah. That's what Display Case is. Like we all push each other. We all want to bring the absolute best of what we are to the table. But then we also have. It's also not the best of who we are if we're not having fun doing it. So that's what we try to bring.
If there's any indication, it's the music video "Moving On" that
Yeah.
Really so beyond that ideology.
For sure.
Guys, you can also pick up the display case, what Joey said just 5 minutes ago. Poster, you can put it in your bathroom, you can put it above your bed, you can put it like on the wall here that is like completely missing something. You know, it's great for all occasions, you know, if you're graduating, if you have a bar mitzvah, you had a baby, whatever. It's good for any occasion, display case.
Funerals.
Funerals. Honestly, that would be hilarious if you actually made a sign like that. But I don't even think we talked about it either on this, and then I'll let you guys close out and tell the people where they can find display case. But what is the EP called? Because I don't even think we just keep beating around the bush. Is there a name? Is there a name for this infamous EP?
It's called Better Yet.
Oh yeah. There we go. Well, guys, you can tell people where they can find display case, you know, where they can pick up some sweet merch if you have it, any social media links, and what you guys have coming up in the next couple months.
Yeah, so you can get our merch off of Bandcamp. That's the only place that we have it. That's basically always updated with our newest stuff. Facebook, just look for display case or display case band, whatever comes up. I don't know what that is.
It's just if you type that in, it'll pop up.
Instagram is display case IA.
Yep.
Yeah, display case IA.
TikTok, our TikTok, which is pretty hilarious, is also display case. I'm pretty sure it's display case IA. Give me 1 second.
Display case IA.
Hold on. There might be a terrible video playing as soon as I open this.
Oh my god.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. Our TikTok is at DisplayCaseIA. Do we use our Twitter at all?
We use our Twitter, but it's only me and my brother that like it. But
so
it's DisplayCase_IA.
Yeah. So we've got all those. Merch is on Bandcamp. It's always updated. As far as shows go, just have fun sharing those.
As far as shows go, we're playing like a little party thing in Des Moines next weekend. It's called Gernfest. So it's a bunch of like local bands that this really nice dude in Des Moines. He's just been part of the scene forever.
There's food trucks.
Food trucks.
Yeah.
Then next weekend, the week after that, we're playing in Fargo, North Dakota. And then we have a week off, and the weekend after that, we're in Burnsville, Minnesota, right outside of Minneapolis.
And then after that, we are 29th of October. We will be in Decorah, Iowa for the Decorah Metal Fest. And then after that,
It's the EP
our
release show.
EP release show at XP in Des Moines.
On November 12th.
November 12th.
You're flying out, right?
Yeah.
we're flying out.
With all of my YouTube money that I make, I'll have to pull it all together. Yeah.
Well, we'll buy your ticket with all of our YouTube money.
Okay, great.
If you start walking now, you should be able to get it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll run out of gas before I make it there.
Yeah.
My car will be somewhere stranded in Ohio somewhere, so it'll be great. Very
It's
stoked.
mechanic, you can fix it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then he'll have to drive out to Ohio and fix it, and then I'd have to haul ass to Iowa. So there's just a few states in between Iowa and Pennsylvania. Just a little.
Just a few.
Just a few. Yeah, just a few.
I don't know what they are, but
I don't. Yeah. Geography, right?
yeah.
But very excited, guys. Go check out Display Case. I'll leave a link to go follow them on all their social media. Make sure to follow them on Spotify so you can be up to date on when they release new music. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. Go check out their 2 new music videos that are out, Redacted and Moving On. Both chef's kiss. If I had to put my my metaphorical token in a cup, I would say Moving On. Better one to start off with, because if you're about the memes, which if you're subscribed to this channel, you're about the memes, so go check out that one. That one's on point. But if you want like a real deal music video, also go check out Redacted. Not to say Moving On is not a real deal music video, it's just hilarious, and also the song's great, so vibes are strong. But go check out Display Case. I will not. Joey was like, "Oh, you should just fuck up our name for like the interview," and I was like, So if you want to just talk about Couch Munchers, the band, Iowa, you can go check them out below in the description. I'm just kidding.
Holy
Go
crap.
check out Display Case. They're awesome. Listen, in honor of the memory of John Madden, John Madden's ghost will haunt you if you do not go follow Display Case. His spirit and soul lives not only in this interview, but the other Display Case interview. So, if you don't want John Madden to be on your ass, then, I'm just saying this is what you have to do. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that like, and, check out more of my stuff. Really appreciate it. And again, huge thanks to the Display Case for coming on. You may or may not be seeing them in a couple months in a live video, so keep your eyes peeled.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.